Have you ever washed someone else's stinky feet? While it feels good to help people, we generally like to do it on our own terms, and those terms usually don't involve washing feet, especially when they stink. I remember one time when my feet really stunk bad. It was a cold, dark, and snowy night in mid-December, and I was outside right on time, pounding on a living room window. Just as it was orchestrated, all the adults inside the house jumped up and came running to see what was going on. I waved as big as I could when their little girl squealed in delight, "Mommy, it's Santa! It's Santa!" She came racing to the door, her eyes the size of saucers. Well, I did my very best "Merry Christmas" Santa-style greeting. Within moments, I walked inside and sat on their big couch. My bells were jingling all the way. Cameras and smiles flashed as the girl hugged me with all her might. She was giddy with anticipation as she sat on my bouncing knee while I dug inside my big red Santa Claus bag to try to find her present. It was a grand moment, one for the memory books, but then suddenly it all stopped. Someone gasped. Smiles flipped into frowns, and a grandma pointed her finger right at me because right there, in a big mess stuck to my Santa boot and tracked all the way across their carpet, was the unmistakable sight and scent of fresh dog poop. Although we would immediately grab a towel and disinfect it, believe it or not, tracking poop inside a house has been a pretty common thing throughout most of history and around the globe. If we were to go back 2,000 years ago, to the time when Jesus walked through Jerusalem, we'd see a world of dirt roads used by people, donkeys, cattle, sheep, camels, cats, and dogs. Poop was absolutely everywhere, not just on an errant shoe, but mixed into the gravel, sifted into the sand, and even part of the dust that was on the disciples' feet. With this background in mind, picture Jesus, the creator of the universe, the King of Kings, bending down to wash the disciples' dirty feet. Bending, kneeling, and squatting down, low to the ground. Yes, low, in a posture of a servant, looking up into the faces of his disciples, looking up into the eyes of his friends who he knew would soon run away, disown, and betray him. Can you imagine our God tenderly holding the feet of these men? One by one, gently removing their sandals, pouring water over their calves to wash off the dirt, dust, and grime, working his way from the top of each foot to the bottom, washing, rinsing, wiping away all the dirt of the day. It's the same way Jesus washed away our sins, by stooping low, coming down from heaven. Our God, the one who created the universe, the one who had it all, the one who made you and me. Yes, our God, the Lord of all, became small, vulnerable, and killable, and with his own blood, he washed us clean of sin. What an amazing God we have. His grace is never ending. His grace forgives us and calls us to do the same for others. His grace cleans us. His grace washes every part of us. His grace even washes our dirty feet, washes and makes us pure. Let's share this grace with everyone we know. Let's share this grace wherever we go today. Let's forgive. Let's laugh when poop or problem, fears or worry are dragged into our homes. Let's laugh with joy because by the grace of Jesus, we're clean once again. There is simply no more time to suffer in anger, sadness, unforgiveness, or fear, not even for one more day. If you're ready to stop listening to Satan's lies, visit BeHappyNow.org and start living your new life of happiness today.